Welcome, welcome. So today we are going to talk about why are so many agents joining eXp Realty. So I'm starting to see lots of large teams all over the country and actually all over the world. We're in about 20 different countries as well, are starting to join, are starting to move over. They're closing down their independents. They're closing up their Remax or Keller Williams franchises, which are probably a couple 100,000 just to open one, and joining the virtual real estate company at eXp. So how come? So maybe today you're just here to kind of listen. Maybe you just want to, you're just curious. You want to see what the competition's doing. Either way, you're welcome to hop on just to learn a little bit more. I need an updated photo. Here's a photo of my team. We're actually a lot larger, so I need to make sure we got our new people on here. But I am a team leader broker here in the Bradenton, Sarasota area. We have about 20 agents on our team, and we're going to close 200 homes this year, which we're super excited about. That's a big milestone for us. I'm a real estate coach and mentor. I did some coaching with Craig Proctor for about 4 years, have lots of really great connections that I've made all over the world that we still coach and train with today. So a really fantastic network of top leaders all over the industry. We're also Zillow Flex partners for buyers and for sellers. So this is a new relationship that we've earned. It took about 5 years, I think, to get the buyer relationship. Now we're 8 years into business with Zillow for us to finally get awarded their seller leads as well. So it keeps our team very, very busy with ready now buyers and sellers to their cell phones. We have a couple of different awards we've gotten. We've gotten the Best of Homelight, the Best of Upnest, and Trusted Agent, which is a Rate My Agent page, which is actually by other real estate professionals. So we've got lots of accolades. Actually, I have a couple more, but just want to tell you a little bit about myself and my team and how proud we are of what we're building. So eXp Realty, what is this? So you hear a lot about being a disruptor in the industry, and no one really understands why, because the opportunity is that big. It has never been offered before in the real estate industry. It's been offered in other industries, but not in real estate. So when this first came out, I think it was, we're into almost 20 years now. So not necessarily a new company, but it's become very, very disruptive for real estate agents. So at eXp Realty, our agents and brokers are able to build their own businesses while having equity opportunities in eXp World Holdings. So we're a publicly traded company. So there's lots of competition out there, a lot of new startup companies that are trying to take eXp's model and just duplicate it. So they're saying, hey, man, this is really good. We should also offer something similar, but they're not publicly traded. So it's with the idea of going public someday, which may or may not happen. I hope it does for them. But the idea is that we are already publicly traded. So every agent that joins eXp becomes a shareholder. We have 2 shareholder events every year that they're welcome to come to just know what's going on with the business. We hear from the CEO, we hear from the CFO, we go through financials, we go through the future of real estate, new technologies. It's very, very exciting. And to actually have that ownership opportunity. So why is that different? So everyone's like, it's a real estate company. They sell houses. There's agents, listing agents, buyer agents. What's the difference? The difference is really our back end systems that we've put into place. So everything is virtual. So similar to what happened to Blockbuster, Netflix came out. Netflix actually went to Blockbuster first and tried to ask them if they would put a machine out front of their location and start going digital. And they said no. So they did have the first stab at it, and they said, nope, you won't make it. You won't be in business. We all know that there's no more Blockbusters today. My husband's a little upset because I think he still has stock in Blockbuster. But it's the technology that's changing. So real estate is being done the same way transactionally. We're still helping clients move into their dream homes, but the back end support is completely unique and completely different, which is why we can afford to give money back to the agents that help grow the company. So the hotel industry, I know Hilton, another one. Hilton was a huge brand for years and years, many generations, and Airbnb came out. And now they're a multi-billion-dollar company, have taken a huge market share from Hilton. So taxis versus Uber. So you guys probably know Li's company, Toys R Us. I don't think they're in business at all anymore either with Amazon. So the traditional brick and mortar real estate brokerages, franchises are now being replaced by this virtual company called eXp. So when you talk to agents that work for their companies, a lot of times they're like, well, you can't do that. I don't understand. How are you able to do those things? So we have a really great program, one of our national programs that when I have a listing, I can actually put it out for the entire world to have access to it versus just my small MLS. So that's not very traditional. Usually MLSs are kept very small and local. So there's, the one that we belong to, the Sarasota Manatee Association, does not share information with the Daytona Beach one, which is, a couple hours away. St. Augustine, they have their own MLS and their own kind of brick and mortar. So it's open borderless real estate, because now we're able to share information because everything is done on the cloud. It's very, very collaborative. So what does that mean? So traditional brokerages here are on the left. They have the companies. So let's say Sotheby's, which is a big international company, or Keller Williams or Remax. They have a huge business at the top. Then they bring on regional directors. So now they have a second tier level of ownership. Usually some sort of investor. They have to put in, I think it's $100,000 to open your own brokerage. Remax might be 500,000. So that person's really usually an investor. So not someone who's a broker or someone who's transacting real estate, but they like the idea. So they're investing in that company. Then they're going to have a market center. So this is going to be our smaller brokerages. Like locally for us, we have one called Keller Williams on the Water. So now they're Keller Williams still, but now they're a separate broker and they have a managing broker there that runs that company. They're an owner of that franchise. They have an office and a location. Then they start hiring all their staff. So they call them team leaders, which are really recruiters that are hired, $50,000 a year salaried people sitting in the chair. They hire brokers. They say, hey, so that if a customer has a question or a legal issue comes up, the broker can actually be the one that can answer that and take care of those types of situations. So they have all the staff and overhead, right? Because nobody works for free. So they have recruiters, they have managers, they have big office locations. There's lots of expense with that. And then the agent. So the agent's all the way at the bottom, but it's the agent that has to make the sales to pay for all that overhead, right? So it's very expensive. So of course, there's going to be fees, there's going to be transaction fees, there's going to be a lot of different costs there because they have so much overhead that they're trying to match as well. So with eXp, the agent is actually the owner. The agent is the shareholder. They get shares of a company that makes you an owner of the company. So let's say there's 1,000 people that own stock, you're 1/1000th owner of the business, which is super exciting. But the agent is on top versus being all the way down at the bottom. So the benefit is you can keep more commission. We get stock awards. So I think Brendan was asking too, whenever you get to about when you're selling 30 homes or so a year, you actually can get all of your cap back in stock. So they reward you for selling more houses. The busier that you get, the bigger your business grows. Now you're going to get rewarded by getting that money back in stock, which is pretty awesome. And when you go to the events, they give you back your money in stock. So that's why we always attend those. You have the opportunity for revenue sharing. So this just means that you get the opportunity to share with other agents, the brokerage that you work for, the money that you're making, how much you like it, invite them to webinars, invite them to events, and you bring on other agents. So they might be working at one of the big branch offices, and they can really benefit from the technology and services that we offer. Extensive training. So personally on our team, we do a lot of training, but let's say you're a solo agent and you don't have a team, right? You don't have anybody to do training. Within eXp world, there's about 60 hours a week of live training. So they'll train on contracts, they'll train on social media, they'll train on mailers. Like there's all this stuff that they have access to as a solo agent. It's got a huge, huge benefit for that. There's also support. So if you guys ever have any sort of questions, you have a commission question, you have a stock question, you have you even want to talk to a broker on Saturday, they have people on staff. So they have a whole support staff that works for you. So in the past, when I worked for a broker, similar to the traditional brokerage on the left, there were staff that were there, but they always only worked for the broker. So when I asked someone, can you help me with something? She looked at me like I had two heads. Like, I don't work for you, I work for the broker. So they were staff available, but they were not available to me as the agent. They worked for the brokerage. So having that real-time support is really a great service for lots of people. Also, the international collaboration, they just improved their referral system. So I've loved the referrals. I actually have a lot of people that refer us. The business that we get every day, they're people that are sending referrals that we've met at events and everywhere else. So they have a really great platform. It's kind of like a Facebook page for referrals, and it just got better. Now they're actually even filling out the referral forms for us and dealing with the commission on the back end. So it's even gotten easier now. And there's unlimited potential. So if you think about our stocks, when I first joined 3 years ago, we're about $4 a share. Now today we're at $25 a share. So we have almost $400,000 in shares of stock that I never had as an independent broker. I would never have had that opportunity. So just keep your head down, keep working, keep selling houses, and just know that this retirement fund is building up for whenever you're tired of selling houses and you want to get out of the business. It gives you that opportunity to do that. So the other benefit is because we don't have all that overhead, we've become very, very profitable. Uh-oh. What happened there? I didn't lose my internet. Sorry, guys. All right. So we've become very profitable. So Redfin, Compass, a lot of these other companies, they actually came in and just bought realtors. They said, all right, Redfin will pay you $20 a door. I'll pay you to open doors for us. Then Compass came in, they went to all the top agents. They said, hey, I'll write you a check, but you have to sign a contract with us for 3 years. So they've not been very profitable. So the great thing is we've actually seen all these transactions have gone up. We've always been able to beat out our competitors in transaction sales as well, because we give the agents the opportunity to do so, and we give you benefits for the more transactions that you do. Some of the other competitors here, again, Redfin's just kind of flatlined. They offer no value. They're basically door openers. They think agents are commodity, and then they wonder why they're not selling any houses because they have no conversion skills. They have no lead conversion training. So they're not doing a very good job. They've pretty much stayed pretty flat. Compass has had some growth, but really eXp is the one that's exponentially grown. That's actually what eXp stands for. They've always done very well. Realty, I think, is Coldwell Banker. Maybe a couple are tied in with Realty, but our transaction volume has gone up because we're attracting top agents. It's an advantage for somebody that wants to do very well. We have retirement opportunities that they can't compete with. So we've continued to grow each and every year. We also were in the Real Trends 500 companies. So if you guys, or even what's the other one? The Glassdoor. We've gotten tons and tons of awards. They talk about this at our shareholder conference, where we're #1 top independent by closed transaction size for 2021. So it's a huge, huge thing because eXp is, I would say, is kind of the underdog. Berkshire Hathaway's been around for, how old's Warren Buffett? 100 years. So now that we've become an independent brokerage, we have grown in masses. We also were the top mover in transactions for 2020 and 2021. The #1 for the top 5-year mover in sales volume percentage through the years, so 2017 through 21. The #3 closed transactions in 21. The #4 closed sales transaction in 21, and also the #4 billionaires club. So we had $1 billion of closed sales volume in 1 year. So super exciting stuff. This is things that you guys should be bragging about, should be proud of. We all work really hard, I know, as a team, and definitely there's lots of other successful teams within eXp. So the benefit here, obviously the old fashioned model on the left, is the agent's income. It's just going to stay kind of static. Every month you have to reinvent yourself. You got to go get the next client, where we're not going to have all those kind of overhead here. International company who pays the region, who pays the offices, pays the manager, and then finally the agent gets paid at the bottom. So it really gives us the opportunity for growth. So eXp Realty, the agent is the one that actually generates all of the income. And then eXp is a virtual hub. So I think we have almost 800 employees that work for eXp, but they're all working from home. They're all, working in the cloud. So we're able to really save all that money and give all that money back to the agents. So you guys really benefit when you grow your network and your revenue share. We've had lots of growth. We're up to over 81,000 agents in just a short couple of years. As you can tell, we were a little bit of the underdog, kind of a new brand, new company. We've had explosive growth. Our Q3 brokerage revenue. So these are kind of some comparables here. Our revenue is the only one that's been profitable for years now. So Compass has lost millions of dollars, maybe billions of dollars. They're backed by a lot of investors and the Blackstones and the really big real estate firms. So they've been losing money. Anywhere has been losing money. And Redfin, like I said, just really has not seen any growth. So it just shows what we're doing is working, and we continue to want to be more profitable for the business, because that's why our stocks continue to rise, which benefits everyone in eXp. So gross profit increased 85% to 296 million. So as I said, exponential. The growth that we're having is just continued to really, really grow in a very fast way. So that's not a typical growth for a company. Usually, 5 to 10% a year. To grow by 85% is pretty amazing. We also get lots of awards, our Glassdoor Best Places to Work awards. People like working from home. They're happy working for eXp. So that's been a really great opportunity as well. Here's all the countries that we're in now. I can't even keep up with them because every event we go to, they're like, hey, we just opened up Hong Kong. So just know that you have the opportunity. Let's say you love to travel. You could go to any of these places tomorrow and start recruiting and building a team of real estate agents. So I have some agents that I coach with, that I work with, that are all over the world. We just got back from DC, as you guys know. So we were in Washington, DC for a couple of days. They're not in my local marketplace, but because eXp offers this kind of virtual brokerage, we can still be in business together. So I was able to do some coaching for their agents up there. We also have some in Canada. I think I have 2 people in India. So really, really amazing potential that we just wouldn't have in a traditional brokerage. So here's really the benefits. Everyone joins for different reasons. So that's one thing, that I've met with other eXp agents and gone to different events. But I'd say the biggest thing for me that Jerry and I love is the community. The people that we're working with, the people that we're meeting. Everyone is very supportive of each other and sharing information. We went to an event in Texas recently, and I brought Bree, who is from Remax in Indianapolis. And she was like, oh my gosh, everybody here is so friendly. She goes, I have been to millions of Remax conferences and nobody helps each other, talks to each other. You come with your own group and you just kind of hang out with your own team members. This is nothing like that. So I hope you guys get the opportunity to attend an event. The community is amazing. It's all about giving back. People are handing out books and sharing information and giving things back for free. It's amazing. So for me, that's one of the main reasons for us. The customer service, really, we're kind of self-reliant because we have our team. So I'm not relying on their service. We're kind of providing that service. But for a solo agent, that's a really big benefit. Sustainability. So everyone used to say when we first came out, Keller Williams was really upset and they were saying, oh, they can't sustain that. They can't afford to pay the agents that much money. We have some people in our network making $1 million a month. And they said, oh, they can never sustain that. But as a virtual brokerage without all the overhead and expenses of running a company, we can. And we've proven that we can. The collaboration is huge. If you guys are not on the Facebook group, please get on there. There's a Facebook group that I see people asking all kinds of questions on there, giving referrals on there. It's a really great collaboration. Our top agent experts is our private network within eXp. And there's tons of collaboration and training and events and growing teams on there as well. So different reasons here. Like I said, everyone kind of joins for their own reason, but those are the ones that are most important to me and why I joined. State-of-the-art technology and training tools. So it's got so many services that I don't even know if everybody uses them. So me personally, we use Chime. They offer KV Core. I think now they're offering a solo agent Chime version because so many people have been leaving KV Core for Chime, but really great technology. So SkySlope is huge. Obviously, we use this every single day. It's a really great storage way. So let's say you guys had a closing 2 years ago and someone says, hey, I lost my closing statement. Can you find that for me? All of that stuff is stored in SkySlope. It's kind of like a big Google Drive that's shared with our brokerage. eXp World, if you guys ever go on there, a little avatar, you can sit into certain training classes. It's got a lot of value. Verbella is the technology that it sits on. So that kind of whenever COVID happened, I would just say we were really above, like in front of the curve there. But when COVID happened, everybody was wanting to buy Verbella, like colleges, all these really big companies, Microsofts, they were like, yeah, all our staff can go home and still be able to work, kind of person to person live in that Verbella technology. So that's got a lot of value too for our stock. KV Core is a really great program for a solo agent, Workplace, Express Offers, and eXp Enterprise. So if you guys don't use Enterprise, it's got so many neat tools in there. You can actually see as your rev share is growing and as you're building that network, you can see everybody that's in there, everyone's sales, how everybody's doing. Your stocks are stored in there. So the Enterprise tool, I have an app on my phone. I use it probably almost every day. So really great way to track your business in there. What are your sales? How close are you to your cap? All of that is stored in that Enterprise, which I love. So the technology side of things, they do offer a website. So a solo agent who's not part of our team or a team, they can have their own website. They get lead generation. I think they do some Facebook, Google pay-per-click ads through KV Core. The CRM is a great way to be able to keep in touch with your clients, as you guys know, because we use Chime and it probably cost us as a team $2,500 a month. So it's not cheap. The AI costs money, the phone lines cost money. I mean, all these services, obviously it starts to grow and get pretty expensive, but as a solo agent, not part of a team, they're going to need that. They still need their own CRM. So they offer really great programs for that. They also do all their marketing for them. You can post your listings on there. All your transactions can be tracked through that system. It runs analytics and then also the marketplace. So if you guys have not really dove into your enterprise backend, you got to check it out. It's got really great services. So KV Core, it costs a non-eXp agent about $5,000 per year, but they've negotiated a discount with KV Core. So I believe it's $50 a month. Solo agents can get that website. So it's pretty cool, customizable front-end website. It's got the AI-powered CRM in the back. You guys are familiar with some of these services. It does some marketing for them. SkySlope, this is really the benefit here. It manages all your transactions, all of your listings, all your documentation, plus your DigiSign. You can access archives. So we've had to do this several times. We want to pull up old records, is right there. It's got working documents, tasks, and reminders. And here's kind of a screenshot. If you guys haven't seen it, this is how you can manage your listings. It makes it really, really easy to upload all your documents right from here. Enterprise, I love. So this is the back office, like I said, intelligence center for eXp. You can get access to everything, even the education calendar. So let's say you have a friend who's a brand new agent or wanting to get licensed, and you're thinking, you're probably not a good fit for a team, but I think you'd be a really good fit for eXp. Show them this education calendar. They can actually get 60 hours a week of live training. So this is really special for a solo agent. They can get tech support. They can get access to, all of these eXp partners. They have discounts with all kinds of services. And every time we go to a conference, I feel like they have even more partners. So here's the eXp. This is what I look at every day. Where's your rev share at? How many agents have you brought on? How many new agents? And you can see all your revenue that's going to be paid out, which is pretty awesome. Oh, bye, Annie. So it'll track your performance. Maybe you want to see your numbers like, hey, how many houses I've sold this year? How am I hitting my goals? So performance is tracked, your commissions are tracked, your rev share is tracked, your equity stock awards, and then also all your working transactions. The marketing center, which is pretty cool. They have over 5,000 marketing pieces. So as a team, we supply a lot of this stuff for you guys. But if you're not working with a team as a solo agent, or you know a solo agent, all of these services are going to be really valuable to them. So they got little pre-loaded templates, and you can kind of just put in your contact information and have everything printed. It works for Facebook, works for postcards, even door hangers. Easy to work with templates. eXp World. So if you guys have not been in here, you definitely got to check it out. It's really cool. So this is a private conference room, but the people that are sitting there are live people. So whoever you're sitting next to, you're like, hey, Andrea, where are you from? You could have real life conversations with their support staff. And also this is the training that they offer as well. So I think they have like up to 5,000 people can be sitting in a room together, getting this kind of live training. It's pretty awesome. Team collaboration, you can go into separate meeting rooms and just talk to other agents. So this is a huge deal. You guys know, as part of our team, we collaborate every single day. This is why we do the huddles. This is why we meet on Mondays. This is why we do happy hours, because collaborating where you don't feel alone in the world trying to sell real estate is a huge, huge benefit for a solo agent. So letting them know that they can get their team collaboration right in here. Training is cool. This is where you can get help with support. Even if you're having trouble with, let's say, your eXp email address or something like that, their support people are available. Information sharing. So this is why we love going to these events, because the people that get on stage usually are doing a lot better than we are, selling, millions of dollars a month in real estate and rev share, that they're sharing to us what their strategies are, what their playbooks are, what they're doing that's working. So I come back to those events and then just try to share as much as I can with you guys on what we've learned. But it'd be really great for you to go to. Real-time live support. So you can get live help support right through eXp World. In case you guys don't know that, even a broker you can email, or commission issue, you can email them. There's 1,000, I said 800. Wow, we're up to 1,000 full-time staff members. So you have all this back-end support that's available whenever you need it. 80 hours of live weekly training. So that's really huge. So just remember, as you're talking to other agents and you're learning about their businesses, they may not all be the right fit for a team, but maybe they have their own team. Maybe you're meeting with somebody that's got 30 agents or 40 agents on their team. So Jerry was just talking to a girl with Preferred Shore, and I'm trying to get her over, and she said they have about 300 agents. So Jerry's like, oh, that would be a great one. They could actually be the Preferred Shore brokered by eXp Realty. So he's starting to have that conversation now. So it's the best industry business practices. You can grow a profitable real estate business, and also professional development and more. Some huge benefits. Here's an idea of what the event calendar looks like. Like I said, there's classes going on. There's a couple every single hour. So if you want to learn more about becoming an icon, they have an icon training. If you want to learn more about the eXp World, they have a training on that. They're fast start programs. So if you have a brand new agent friend getting in the market, plug them right into some of those fast start programs, working with buyers and sellers. Here's Workplace. So it's kind of like a Facebook page, but instead of getting distracted, have you ever gone on Facebook and you're distracted? You go on there to give a referral, before you know it, you're shopping on Amazon. So what I love about Workplace is it's got all the tools of Facebook without all the stuff. So everybody that's on there is looking for referrals or looking for help or suggestions. So it's a really great thing. Regus. So we also have Regus office space. So it's free to all eXp agents. So we have a membership down in downtown Sarasota. If you guys never need to print something, or you're looking for a meeting spot or something like that, make sure you've signed your application. Like I said, it's free. You just have to sign up for it. So find a meeting room near you. Maybe, let's say we were in DC. I could actually have pulled up a meeting space in DC and used it. So it's a really great value that they offer with Regents. Agent ownership. So for me, this is a huge deal. This is exactly why we joined. Even as an independent broker owner, I had no ownership. Like, who was going to buy my brokerage? It was basically, I was going to sell houses, help build a team until I was 80, and then I was going to be out of business. And hopefully I invested in my 401k. So this agent ownership for me was a huge, huge value add. And it is for everybody else too. I know Bree's old Remax broker, he's just like getting out of the business. There's some other guy, Ray Turner with Turner Real Estate, is a local team, and he's just retiring. He's just out of the business. So it's like all your hard work and effort that you put for years. It's like, unless you're selling houses, you're out of business the very next month. So having this access to ownership, I want to make sure you guys are definitely putting your 5% aside on every sale. You get it at a 10% discount and you can sell it at any time. So it's really huge. Your equity awards purchase plan, there's 5 ways to qualify for stock. Number 1, your first transaction of every anniversary year. So when your cap resets, that first transaction, they give you stock for free. Every time you cap, so every time you hit your cap, you're going to get stock. Every time you attract an agent. So you're talking to an agent on their side of the deal. You have an agent friend. You have a friend who now wants to go get their real estate license. You attract them into the business and you're going to get shares of stock for that. When you become Icon, so the Icon Agent Program, your $16,000 cap that you pay in, I get all of it back. So all of that is for shares. So when you're selling about 30 homes a year, that's a fantastic opportunity for you guys to join the Icon Agent Program. You can still be part of our team and have your Icon agent go towards your stock. And the last way, taking 5% of your commission, because you get it at a 10% discount. So there's no reason not to do this. It's money that you've never seen, you wouldn't even miss. So every time you have a closing, make sure you're electing to have that 5% put aside. So what is the Icon Agent Program? This is our CEO, Glenn Sanford. Top producing agents should be rewarded for their contribution. So the more that you're growing in the company, the more that you're supporting the company and helping grow with other agents, the more they're going to give you back in cost. The first one is that there's a cap on all your transaction fees. So it's $5,000. So for me, I would say I probably hit my $16,000 cap in about 2 or 3 months. And then maybe in about 4 or 5 months, I've hit my transaction fee. So then I'm not being charged per transaction. So if you're making about $80,000 in GCI is when you're going to hit that cap. If you have an annual GCI of $500,000 or more, which is a minimum of 10 closed transaction, your payment of your Icon qualifying fee, less your capped transaction fee, you'll receive all $16,000 back in the form of stock. So some people don't understand this. So I've heard people say, oh, well, Jen, you were a broker. You didn't have to pay a cap. Why are you now joining eXp so that you have to pay a cap? I get it all back. My $16,000 I put in might be worth $40,000 now. So in 1 year, if our stock went up from $10 to $25, that $16,000 actually grew. It got even bigger than what I initially put in. So eXp has made me money since the day I joined. It's never cost me a penny. Revenue share. So the revenue share model allows you to attract other like-minded agents and get rewarded for doing so. You can build a monthly leveraged income because you're going to get a percentage every time they sell a house. So in the past, it was only the brokers that got percentages of people's money, right? So if you helped recruit an agent to your preferred shore team, you're not going to get paid for that when they close the deal, or Remax or Keller Williams, but the broker will. They'll get a share every time that person sells a home. So the cool thing is this is actually going to give you the opportunity to be a broker without being a broker, without any liability, without any responsibility, because you've introduced somebody to the company. So it's so important that number one, you get sold first. You know what eXp offers. That's why we do this training, or you invite people to this training because I want people to understand how the program works and why it's different. It's not just the traditional brokerage. This has got opportunities for people to make passive monthly income every single month just by helping others and sell houses. I mean, you still got to be in production yourself too. So tier 1, people that you personally invited, you're going to get 3.5% of their total commission. Now, I was in a conversation with a gentleman up in DC that he didn't like anything. He goes, you're just trying to recruit me because you want to make money off of me. And I'm like, we don't make very much money off of you. So if you think that I'm going to go out of my way to try to recruit you to something that I don't believe in, or I don't think you're going to get massive value from just to make $2,000 a year, you're crazy. Right? So it's not like you're making a lot of money off of your friends or they feel like you're making a profit off of them. You're making 3.5% of their total commission. And it's also not being paid by the agent. So this is a portion of what they're paying into their cap. It's not what they're making. So this is also kind of a miscommunication with some people. They think that you're taking money from them. We're not taking any money from them. The money goes to eXp Realty as a 20% commission, and it is now paid out to the sponsors, the people that are helping them grow and mentor in their business. So it comes out of the eXp portion. It's the company paid into the company. It's not a portion of the agent's commission. So sometimes that gets confused. So there's different tiers. This is where eXp really, really grows exponentially, is because it continues to grow. So if you help, let's say Brendan helps Chase sell houses. He helps shadow with him, mentor with him. He introduced us to the Jennifer Kenna team, who's going to grow his business. He's going to maybe sell, a couple of houses a year. Now he's going to sell 20 homes this year. You really helped change somebody's life, right? So now it's Chase's opportunity. He needs to go help somebody's life. So if he shares that information with someone else, just sharing your personal real life story, you're not making up something. You're just not going to be, best kept secret. Why would you have benefits and then you don't want anyone else to know about them? Nope. This worked for me. It's grown my family. It's grown my income, but I don't want you to know about it. It's not about that. We want to share. We want to share with our community. So as then Chase brings somebody on, that's going to be Brendan's tier 2. So now Brendan's efforts helping Chase's business is doing better. He's grown. He's making a good living. Now he's helping somebody else. So it's all about collaborating and helping people. So don't look at this as in you're taking money from somebody. You're helping change somebody's life. So when we go to these events, a lot of people get on stage. Jeff Williams, one of them that makes $1 million a month in rev share. He's got over 5,000 agents in his downline. He gets on there and says, "Thank you, Brent. You saved my life. You changed my life for the better. Thank you for telling me about this opportunity." Right? So it's a completely different shift. It's just like going and meeting a buyer for the first time and saying, "Gosh, I feel like I'm pushing them to buy houses." Where are they going to live? They're going to buy a house anyway. They're going to buy it from you or they're going to buy it from someone else. So same thing with your agent friends. They're going to go work for Remax and get zero ownership in the business and zero opportunity to grow this network and make passive income. Right? So you're doing them a favor. You're helping them understand what the opportunity is. So tier 2 is 4% of the agent's total commission. You get up to $3,200 a year per capping agents. Tier 3 goes down a little bit. It's 2.5%. You get up to $2,000 a year per capping agent. So you're not getting rich on one person. This is not the idea of this. This is not, hey, I'm going to make $2,000 a year. I don't have to sell houses anymore. Obviously not. But this is going to continue to grow as you help people, as you're learning yourself and your skills are getting better, help somebody else. There's lots of friends of mine that are in healthcare that want out and they would love to learn about real estate. So I bring them in, I help them. Diana, she was trying to get a green card. She was like, "Jen, I need to work. I need to learn about real estate." So I invited her in to help her. She's a close friend. So don't look at it as you're taking advantage of somebody. You're helping somebody that needs your help. And you're introducing them to people in your network that can really change their lives. So it really continues to grow. So tier 4, 5, 6, and 7, they've actually just lowered the number. This is what I love about eXp is they just continue to give more value. So they've lowered this 40 number to 30, which is pretty awesome. So anyhow, so you're going to make a certain percentage per agent that joins because this is all about helping other people. So right now, I think I've opened up my tier 6. I have 2 people on my tier 6. So these are 2 people I've never met, never talked to, but they've joined through friends of friends of friends. And I get paid every time they buy and sell houses. So pretty awesome opportunity. Let's tell you what that number looks like. So if you have 5 on your tier 1, so we're not talking about going out and getting 100 people on your team. We're talking about 5. So do you guys know 5 agents? Or do you sell more than 5 houses with agents on the other side of the deal? Absolutely. So if you just get 5 to join, that's $14,000 a year. That's pretty awesome that you didn't have to earn. And you're helping someone else's lives and helping them sell more houses. $14,000 a year. So let's say that they grow that. They each bring on 2 agents. Now you're at 25. Now you're at $80,000 a year. So between your tier 1 and tier 2, so it's not working that hard. You're making almost $94,000 a year. That is more than the average American. You're making, now you're in the 1%, making $94,000 a year by inviting 5 people who then brought on 2 people. I mean, this is crazy. So yeah, I think our income, it's about 100, I think I'm at 140, 150,000 a year, and it's growing every single day. It's amazing. So it's not replacing my income. I still make more money selling houses. So I'm going to continue to be a realtor as I'm building this, but it might be a 10-year plan. I might then say, finally, I don't have to sell houses anymore because I would like to one day not do that. So another reason I'm building a team, I'm helping other people because my dream is to get out of having to sell houses. I don't want to have to continue to meet with buyers till I'm 80, 90 years old. This is terrible. So I feel so bad when I see people in the business this long. So I'm going to continue to do what I'm doing with a plan that as soon as my rev share and the people that I'm helping and training and coaching make more money than my income, then I don't have to go sell houses anymore. So it's pretty exciting, gives you a huge opportunity. And then I'm also here invested in helping you. I want to see you guys grow this. So let's say that $94,000 a year, that's also based on a 3% commission, right? So I know commissions are going down, but we have to share with our network. How do we get paid more? So the training that I'm giving you guys, you should be sharing with other people. Like, yeah, Jen showed me how to negotiate my commission. I'm actually going to make more money on this transaction versus less. That's a huge value add. So we got to help people. Express offers, great opportunity. This is our cash offer program. This is right in eXp Enterprise. So we don't use this near enough. I got certified, but it was about 4 years ago. So I need to probably refresh a little bit on it. But instead of using OfferPad or Open Door, we have our own exclusive cash offer program. So when you log in through your enterprise and you see express offers, it tells you, hey, we have different buyers looking for this type of property. So this one might be, hey, we're looking anywhere from, $1 million. I'm looking for an apartment type, 50 plus apartments, 20 to 50. Here's are my must-haves, can't-haves. Literally, there's a buyer in here saying, this is what I'm looking for. So if you have somebody who's looking for a cash offer, this is a great matchmaking tool. So we definitely need to use this a lot more. It's pretty awesome. And it also will pay you. So you get paid a commission. So you never have to list a house. You never have to take photos, no lockbox, schedule showings, meet with the customer for the next 6 months. It's literally you match made, put them together, and express offer pays you 3% commission. It's a pretty amazing opportunity. Compensation plan. So this is pretty neat too. So remember, we don't have any desk fees. There's no royalty fees and no franchise fees. So my friend that worked for Remax, he had a Remax franchise. He said just joining eXp saved him $150,000 a year in desk fees, royalty fee, and franchise fees. And he was the owner. Imagine how much it saved his agents that are on his team. So someone like Caldwell Banker, let's say you meet an agent out there, they're paying a franchise fee of 6% at every closing. So tell them to tally all their numbers together. Say, okay, just go and take a look. What did you pay last year in royalties and franchise fees? Because those fees are what pays all those overhead I told you about. So Warren Buffett is getting paid 6% franchise fee on everybody that works for Berkshire Hathaway every time they sell a house. How much value is Berkshire Hathaway giving them for those customers? I don't think very much. They have nice offices, but you're paying for those nice offices. They're paying a very hefty desk fee. I know just for me to join, I think it was Remax Alliance I interviewed with when I first moved to Bradenton, and they wanted $1,000 a month. They said, oh, we'll give you 90% split, but $1,000 a month for your desk. I'm like, so I have to go earn my own business, work my own business, go find clients, could take all the overhead and expense, and you're just going to charge me $1,000 for a desk I can't use. So make sure that you want to be a little knowledgeable, ask questions. What does Remax charge? What does Caldwell Banker charge? Because when you know that, when you meet clients or meet customers, agents that are charging these fees, have them total them up. Bree also had a friend from Remax. She said it would save her like 50, 60,000 a year. She goes, but I have a 90% split. So my split's better. So she couldn't get past the split in her head because eXp is 80-20. So her split was higher, but then she was also paying 60,000 a year in fees that she just wasn't, for whatever reason, wasn't calculating. So people save a lot of money, especially from big brokerages. They save a lot of money just joining eXp. So the commission and cap 80-20, the $16,000 cap as a team leader, so you can get your eXp icon. The nice thing, joining a team, we were at 8,000, now we're at 4,000 as a cap. So there's a lot of benefit to joining a team as well. Once you cap, you can earn 100% for the remainder of the year. So that's the nice thing. So once, even for us, I think the 4,000 a year, that might be 1 or 2 transactions, and then you've paid an eXp for the year. So pretty awesome. The standard cost, there's a $150 startup fee. So this is to get your license moved over, to get your MLS, all that fun stuff they have to do on the back end. Is the startup fee. And then the $85 a month cloud brokerage fee gives you access for 60 hours a week on the eXp world and all those services that I showed you. Plus the KV Core offers a website for solo agents. Plus you get an email address. So there's lots of services that they're giving for a very small fee of $85 a month. There's a $25 per transaction broker review fee and a $40 risk management fee. As part of my team, we actually split this with you. So we take half of that charge and half of the risk management fee as well. And then healthcare. So this has been a huge deal. I actually don't personally have it because Jerry has healthcare with his business. But let's say you meet a solo agent out there who this has never been an opportunity for them. They work for Remax. There is no healthcare through Remax. There is no Berkshire Hathaway or Michael Saunders, anyone giving healthcare. So this could be just this one thing alone can save people thousands of dollars a month. That would give them a reason why they want to join eXp Realty. So the average annual saving is $10,000 and it's 80% out of pocket savings. So it's called Clearwater Healthcare. It's offered only exclusively through eXp Realty. They do 24/7 telemedicine, free and network care, HSA plans, which are huge tax savings. So you guys should definitely have an HSA plan. And it's an open network. So it's a really great program. And this literally could save people thousands of dollars. So make sure we're telling people about it. Here's some of the accolades for eXp has gotten and Virbela. I know Virbela is a really excellent tool and technology that every time that people are using and licensing Virbela, it's just rising our stock prices. So that's going to benefit everyone on the team. So one of the things that we always say, once you've seen it, you can't unsee it. So that's what we say eXp Realty is. There's so many values that are being offered. The big companies just can't compare with them. So maybe they don't understand eXp fully, or they think that we're just I've heard some people, we're just a recruiting company. That's just crazy talk. I mean, we get paid in transactions. So we want to help people build their businesses, free coaching, free training support, so that we can help people be successful in real estate. So the opportunity is huge. All right, so next steps. So number one, we'd hope that everybody that would watch this, if you're with another company now that's not giving you the value, not giving you the services that you want, we'd love to get you onboarded as part of our network. If there's still questions, I definitely would like to book another call. So I'll put my Calendly link up. It's calendly.com/Jennifer Kenna. Let's get on a one-on-one and let's talk about it. Let's answer your questions specifically and where your business is at today and how we can help you grow it. And if you don't think it's the best fit for me, no problem. Thank you for joining and just listening so that you can know a little bit more about what we offer. And again, if you guys have people interested to learn more, they're just curious. All you have to do is get people in a curious, open-minded state, invite them to this call. We're going to do it every Thursday at 10 a.m. Really dive into eXp, really dive into the benefits and how we're different, how we're unique, and how we're changing lives. So thank you guys so much for hopping on. Appreciate you. Enjoy the rest of your day. And if you do have questions, don't hesitate to schedule a one-on-one call with us as well. Thank you guys. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jen.